Hi everyone, it's Emma from The Winners Enclosure, just here talking to you about content marketing and how important it is for you guys, and equally just a little flavor of how you can go about it. I know some of you have some good background in this and some of you may be unsure, so just trying to cater for everybody. So essentially I have an Excel sheet and I've broken it into each month, and each month I will sit back and I will think, what am I going to do in my marketing this month in terms of content? What am I going to put out there? What are the themes and whatnot? So I'm just going to walk you through this in terms of just understanding it. So essentially, you can see up here, this is for February content. So it's all about a monthly theme. So you can have a weekly theme, a monthly theme. There's a formula, and basically it's about your content anchor, your topic, your style, your hashtags, your call to actions, and your links. Now, content anchor is probably throwing a good few of you, and essentially what a content anchor is actually links. So basically where it comes in is where you're writing a blog, for example, and you might be writing it about marketing, for example, and you might reference another blog or another website and you put their link in your blog, and that's called a content anchor. So it's basically anchoring your content to somebody else's and equally anchoring their content to your website. It's a form of SEO, which is search engine optimization, which means that Google will rank you higher if you include links in your blog posts in particular. So the reason it's called a content anchor, essentially it's just a new term, but essentially it is a link, even though they put a link here as well. But essentially it's about whereby if you're doing some research into particular topics, you may use specific websites that you're getting your information from, and you can use those as your content anchor. In other words, you're starting your topic, and you're creating your content from another source or sources, and you're letting people know that this is where you've got the content from, and that works well for you and it works well for them as well. So don't overthink it. I'll show you an example actually in terms of Amy Porterfield, who is an excellent marketer based in the States, and basically she's written here about it's a blog about podcasting and the power of it. So it's basically about the power of podcasting and how to grow your email list, build immense trust, and leverage the heck out of your brand. So she really has a conversational style of blog. I have to be honest, I had no clue how powerful a podcast could be. So it's very much kind of conversational. So this is the style that she writes in, and all of you need to decide what style you're going to write in. Is it kind of funky? Is it kind of very authentic and honest from the heart? Is it kind of very business? What style of writing do you have? So Amy writes kind of in the first person, so she writes from her own perspective in relation to all of her topics. If you look down here, she references, as we go down through the blog, she references Pat Flynn, who is an absolutely amazing podcaster based in the States as well. And what she's done is put a link to his website, which is called Smart Passive Income. So this is the content anchor that she has within her blog, and that means that people can actually click this link and go to Pat Flynn's blog, and they can read there. But that's really good for both Pat and for Amy as well. And as you scroll down, then you can see she's also done it where she's got some information from Makeshift Happen. So this is where she's linking to some more information, and equally to the Lifestyle Hacking Show. So equally, this is another anchor, or indeed link. Just don't complicate it. It's just a link, linking your blog to another site. Now, where that can be really good as well is where you potentially get featured, say, in the Huffington Post or other online magazines, and they're linking from their website back to yours. And this is very relevant when Christina talks to you about retargeting, and this is really helpful. So it's quite important that you understand just why you're doing this, and this is how you do it, where you're actually writing your article and you're putting links here, linking to other people's websites. So they're called links, and equally they're called content anchors. It's just a term actually that's come from journalism originally. So don't overthink it. Just understand that you can leverage your blogs by linking them to other people's blogs as well. So there's like a traffic going each way, and it means that Google is favoring you through SEO. So you'll come up the rankings in Google by including links in your blog posts. Okay, so just to get that out of the way, essentially every month, people come to me, my clients, and they're asking me, what do I write? What do I write about? What content do I put out every day? It seems like a lot and it feels overwhelming. So if you break it down into each day of the month, and you also break it down into Facebook groups, YouTube, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and any notes that you may have as well. You can see very clearly here what you need to post on each individual platform. It can get quite confusing, so this is why if you have it in one place, you can kind of at a glance see what you need to be doing. I often print these out and put them on the wall just so I kind of know from a day-to-day or a monthly basis, like what are my themes and what am I doing, in terms of my strategy for the month. So what you can do is you can look at different content for each day. So you can decide for Monday, it's going to maybe be an inspirational quote. On Tuesday, you're going to maybe inform people about X, Y, and Z. On Wednesday, maybe you're going to be funny, whatever it is, Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Remember that you've always got to have calls to action. It's very important to have calls to action in all of your marketing content. So this is where subliminally, on a subliminal level, you are actually telling your customer or your potential customer in a way to do something. So it's like things like buy now, click below, sign up now, register now. For the fun, I put in buy me, book now. So it's just really where you're asking them to do something. It's quite surprising, but from a psychological level, people actually will do it. So it's a subliminal message to your customers, to your potential customers, to do something that will bring them maybe to a sales page, that will bring them to a shopping cart, that will get them on your email list. So the call to action is to bring them further along your sales funnel, so that you're kind of nurturing them. So this is where you're nurturing them into your sales funnel. So if they buy now, if they click now, if they sign up to your email, it means you now have their email, they now have bought from you, they are now in your system. So now you can reach out to them at a later date through email and upsell to them, or help them in some way. And this is where a future client or a client is in your overall sales funnel. What needs to be recognized here is that content marketing and marketing in general is all about creating awareness of your product or service, and therefore getting a sale because of this awareness. So going back then to your content formula, we've spoken about the content anchor, which is essentially a link to another website, be it your website, your blog to somebody else's, and vice versa. What's really important here in terms of content marketing is the types of topics you talk about, that they're relevant to your customers. So if it's linen linen, you're talking about the different aspects of what products you have, so whatever your business is that you're talking about topics that are relevant to your customers. The style that you write in is very important, or the style that you're doing your YouTube clips in is very important. Is it very off the cuff? Is it very funny? What sort of style do you have? Because the style and the topic will resonate with your customers, with your future customers. So it's very important that you understand and maintain a certain kind of style that people can recognize as your brand, as your business. You can decide to use certain hashtags that are relevant to your business. I'll show you those in a moment. And again, the call to action and a link perhaps to the sales page or to the registering for your email or whatever it is that you want them to do. So this is just really where you'll be more strategic overall in terms of your content marketing, deciding on themes per month, themes per week, themes, content, daily themes, that you're just being more proactive as to how you go about it. And honestly, when you sit down to do this, it actually helps you because, you get ideas rather than panicking every day and wondering what you're going to do, where you get ideas for the month overall. And you also you take that stress off yourself in terms of wondering and worrying, what you need to do each week and each month in terms of pumping out content through the various social media and through your email and whatnot. So remember, in terms of, to inspire your customers, to motivate them, to educate them, to share knowledge, ask them questions, interact, empower, and entertain. So, if you look at social media, it is social. It's called social media for a reason. So you've got to be helpful to them, empower them, share them, educate them, motivate them, inspire them. And what this will do is help them to know, trust, and like you. It will create brand awareness in a very positive light. And therefore, when they think of your business, they think, subliminally again, they think of the posts that you've been posting and kind of how that made them feel, in terms of it made them happy, it made them laugh, it inspired them. So whatever your posts are doing on social media or whatever your emails are doing in terms of helping people. So this is where you need to be quite intentional about what you're actually sharing out there. If you're using images, to make sure to use really good quality images and messages that will stop your target customer in their tracks. You can write shorter posts from a blog post, and you can utilize your content in such a way where you write a long, maybe perhaps, or maybe not a long blog, but you write a blog, then you can repurpose that content and maybe do a little video about it, a little periscope about it. You can share the blog out on Facebook, you can share it out on Twitter, you can share it out on Instagram and on the various social media as well. So this is where you have one topic or one piece of content that you can share in multiple ways or repurpose in different ways as well. Okay, so we've looked at inspiring your customers. You looked at kind of the overall idea of themes, daily themes, calls to actions, which are super important. Your topics then, for example, for me, I can talk about content marketing. I can talk about Facebook ads. What is marketing ideal customer buyer behavior? So these are topics that are relevant to me because I'm a marketing strategist. So what topics are relevant to your businesses? What topics can you talk about in your content marketing? So content styles then can be a blog article, so it's an image and a link, a website, your website, your custom image quote. So you can, these are where you might have daily quotes, your custom image checklists. Checklists are actually really, really popular. A custom image client testimonial. This is a great way of letting your customers know that you are absolutely awesome at what you do. So to make sure that you are getting testimonials on a regular basis and not leave it for 3 years and kind of go, oops, I need to go back and ask people, because they do kind of forget kind of how awesome their experience was with you. So it's important that you get it at the time when they're kind of at the height of their happiness with you. So make sure to get regular testimonials from your clients and to share it out with future clients so that they understand that you are an awesome person to work with. You can share industry articles. They can be great. Again, you're educating people. You're also showing that you're not stating all the time you're the only expert, that there are other experts in the field. So that shows confidence in what you do. You can share from another influencer, another peer from Facebook. You can put up a video promotion about your products or services. You can do a demo, maybe about your service or product as well. Again, another type of promotion. You can do an infographic, which is just a variety of information kind of on one piece. So visually, you can see very quickly, like maybe 6 or 7 steps to do X, Y, and Z. And this can be done in infographic. So at a snapshot, people can see, on the infographic how to do marketing, how to do whatever it is, and these are really, really popular as well. You can simply ask your community a question. Also, you can show behind the scenes. People love behind the scenes pictures or little video snippets showing how things are nearly going wrong or not so well or aren't as beautiful as people think. So people love, customers that is, love behind the scenes. So if you can do that, please provide behind the scenes pictures or little video snippets, because they will really help to kind of garner more interest in your product or service. You can use fill in the blanks, a poll, a quiz, a book review, or a book excerpt to talk about it as well. So these are just ideas of content styles that you can have for each month. And if you sit down and look at your business, your overall industry, the business itself, you will find that you will actually get quite a lot of inspiration from just looking at what you can actually produce each month. Okay, I spoke about hashtags. Hashtags are, again, super important. If you're not sure what a hashtag is, it's essentially tagging you into a specific conversation about a specific topic. A lot of the times on Twitter, more recently on Instagram, it works really well, and equally it does work to an extent on Facebook as well. But where it's really relevant, I suppose, is where if you're going to a conference and they decide on a specific hashtag, and it could be hashtag business conference Ireland, hashtag business conference America. Very innovative I am there, but essentially, that you're going to a specific conference, there is a specific hashtag for it, And if you go on, log into Twitter, log into Instagram, you put in that hashtag into the search, you will find all of the conversations going on about that specific topic, about that specific hashtag. So it's super important that you use and leverage hashtags in a very intentional way in your marketing. So for example, I would use hashtag business because it's obviously relevant to my target market. I'd use hashtag marketing, hashtag entrepreneur. You guys can use these as well if you wish. Obviously, hashtag women who work. That's a really strong one in the States. Hashtag love because it's Valentine's Day this month. Hashtag Valentine's. Hashtag biz growth. Hashtag enjoy life. That works really, really well. Hashtag love fest. Hashtag mompreneur. Hashtag money. That one gets a lot of hits. Hashtag millionaire, again, a lot of hits. Hashtag strategy, hashtag marketing strategy, hashtag M&D, hashtag M&D marketing. So what I would suggest is you all decide on a hashtag as well that's relevant to your business, so that as time goes on and time evolves, that there is a hashtag that people can key into their search on Twitter, on Instagram, in Google, and they will find a series of conversations going on that are relevant to your business. And so for future clients, they can look back and see, what's been going on, what's the conversations going on that are relevant to your business. So really, really good way of tagging into specific conversations, and you can use them really, really smartly. So just a couple of examples then in terms of Mondays. Share an inspirational quote on a Monday. Use your logo as well. So for example, where you share an inspirational quote, if you use your logo on it, it means if it's reshared and reshared, that your logo, your marketing, your brand awareness is being shared out time and time again. So it's very important to do that. You can share the same post into various groups, particularly your own group. You can also create perhaps an inspirational video on Periscope, or do it on live stream on YouTube itself. If you do it on Periscope, you can then upload your Periscope onto YouTube, and then you can share that out onto your various social media as well. What you find is typically your customers and your future customers hang out on different social media. So you've got to focus on maybe key social media that are relevant to your business. Therefore, if a lot of your future clients or current clients are on YouTube, typically, it's a good idea maybe to focus your attention at creating short videos that are relevant to your target market. So you can create short ones, like usually no longer than 2 minutes, 30 seconds. If you need, you can upload the graphic then on your inspirational quote to Pinterest as well. You can also write a blog post on Inspirational Mondays or about the right mindset, for example, on LinkedIn, about professional goals, and you can link it back to your website as well. You can also upload your graphic on Inspirational Mondays to Twitter. That can be something you can do on, say, Mondays as well. You can unfollow people, for example. This is just in terms of your overall strategy. You can follow key influencers in your niche to engage with other influencers in your particular niche. That can be a really good thing to do as well. So these are just aspects of social media, aspects of content marketing that you can look at, and that can be very helpful towards growing your brand awareness in your particular niche. Instagram as well, you can upload the graphic with Inspirational Monday quotes, like and comment on other people's quote posts as well. So this is where you're sharing the love out, that it's not just you pushing out your product and services, that you're equally seen to engage with other people as well, and that can be super important as well. So a couple of things to note: that in February, St. Bridget's Day was yesterday, February 14th is Valentine's Day, Be Humble Day is the 22nd of February, and International Dog Day is on the 23rd of February. So these are just kind of fun days that kind of go on internationally that you might like to kind of use in your social media and your content marketing as well. Tooth Fairy Day is the 28th of February. So these are just kind of fun aspects that you might like to integrate into your social media. Again, if you're looking for inspiration, these are just fun things that you can include. Okay, so if you look at Tuesday, then I'm looking at creating a blog on Facebook ads, a link to an article. My style is informational. I have a call to action to sign up to a video series or a checklist. I can share this out on Facebook groups. On YouTube, I can do a demonstration of how to use Facebook ads and share that out as well. I can put this on Pinterest if I like, or I won't in this instance. I don't do it on LinkedIn because I just don't believe it's the place to do it in terms of Facebook ads. And what I do is I share out the videos and my blogs then on Twitter then as well. So I share the blog and I use hashtags like business, hashtag e-commerce, hashtag Facebook ad, hashtag Facebook. So these are all relevant to the exact blog that I'm sharing. I then do the same on Instagram as well. So I'm sharing the very same blog and I'm using specific hashtags as well that are relevant to the blog and relevant to my target market as well. So other ideas can be, do a masterclass, a YouTube clip of 10 minutes training. You can share that out into the various Facebook groups. Obviously, you're creating it in YouTube in any case, which if you've got subscribers, they will see as well. You could potentially put it up on Pinterest. Again, it depends on your target market. You can share it out on LinkedIn if you want to as well, obviously on Twitter and on Instagram as well, and using specific hashtags in those spaces as well. Again, just remembering that if it's Valentine's, if it's St. Patrick's Day, if it's whatever specific days are going on each month, that you can tailor some of your content around kind of national holidays as well, and that can be very good as well. So just to do that, again, just remember live stream in terms of Periscope, and that you can again share all these different elements on Facebook groups, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and to use your hashtags and whatnot. So just to sum up, overall, you can look at monthly theme. You can look at creating blog posts with content anchors, which are just links to other websites. You can look at your overall topics that are relevant to your target market, the style that you write in, or the style that you do your blog posts in, the style that you do your videos or your periscopes in are very important. In terms of, are you very professional? Are you absolutely, yay and jumping around the place? What's your style? And that's what people come to recognize you for. To use specific hashtags so that your content is searchable on the various social media, and also use a call to action, which is buy now, sign up now, those. So it's very important that you do that in terms of, if you forget, you're not telling people to do things, so you may be potentially losing emails, losing business because you're leaving money on the table simply because you're not asking for it. And to put the link then to the sales page, put the link to the buy now button, or whatever the case is. Remember that you need to inspire your customers, motivate them, educate them, like I was saying before, to use really good images and very good quality images, because that says something about your overall brand as well. To break it down then into daily content themes, and again, the call to actions are super, super important. Your overall topics then, to decide on those. So this is just really where you're kind of going through the whole aspect of content marketing and just working out per week, per day, and per month what it is you're going to talk about, what it is you're going to post, whether you're going to be inspirational, whether you're, what's your style and all that. So these are just decisions that you need to make. Again, you can see the content styles, again, the blogs, the websites, sharing quotes, checklists. The list is there, and I would urge you all to look at all the different elements of, all the different types of content that you can share, because that will give you ideas of what you can do for yourselves as well. And again, these are relevant hashtags. Just to point out, these are relevant hashtags for my business. They will be different for your businesses as well. But if you decide on a couple of key hashtags, you can just use them over and over again, because they will be pushing out your content to your target market. So I hope that clears up about content marketing, and I hope it helps you guys. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments, and I will get back to you and help you, and I will share the content calendar if you would so wish in the Facebook group as well. So as I get back to me and ask me any questions, and I hope this helps. So talk to you soon.